Two companies shortlisted for third national car project. Hello and good afternoon. I'm Mohana Priya. Welcome to News on 2. The terror attacks in New Zealand last Friday at the two mosques there had claimed the life of a young Malaysian, Muhammad Haziq Muhammad Tarmizi, 17. Muhammad Haziq is the son of Muhammad Tarmizi Shuib, who was also injured when the attack took place. In a statement released, Wisma Putra said that Haziq was among the 50 victims killed in the massacre. The statement also said that the government conveys its heartfelt condolences to the family of Muhammad Haziq, and the High Commission of Malaysia will provide assistance to the family in the burial process. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Sri Dr. Mujahid Yusof Rawal, will be flying to Christchurch to represent the government in giving support to Malaysians affected by the tragic incident. The other Malaysians injured during the massacre are Muhammad Nazril Hisham Omar and Rahimi Ahmad. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Sri Dr. Mujahid Yusof Rawal, confirms a rally for peace and solidarity and rejecting hatred will be held at Dataran Merdeka this coming Saturday, 23rd March. He also expects around 10,000 Malaysians from various races and religion to participate in the rally.
Pada 23 hari bulan Mac ini, pukul 7 pagi, kita akan adakan satu perhimpunan Solidariti Kedamaian ataupun Solidarity for Peace, yang mana kita akan berhimpun di Sogo dan kemudian sama-sama kita berjalan demi kedamaian ke Dataran Merdeka, dan di sana kita akan berhimpun dengan mendengar ucapan-ucapan yang membawa mesej kedamaian, dan akhirnya kita akan membuat satu deklarasi yang membawa suara hati rakyat Malaysia menentang sebarang bentuk kebencian.
The minister also encouraged participants to be dressed in white as a symbol of peace. Datuk Sri Dr. Mujahid further noted that he had extended invitations to cabinet ministers and opposition leaders to attend the rally as well. The rally is organised to reject the ideology of hatred and as a sign of solidarity with the victims of the terrorist attacks on two mosques in Christchurch, New Zealand last week. Energy, Science, Technology, Environment and Climate Change Minister Yeo Bee Yin says 46 new areas in Pasir Gudang, Johor have been identified as potential pollution sites. She said imagery from satellite and drones helped the authorities to identify the areas. The minister, however, said these locations have so far not produced lethal toxic fumes.
Untuk jangka masa panjang, kita akan mendapatkan satu review committee untuk tengok macam mana kita nak memperbaiki alam sekitar, di Pasir Gudang dan juga di kawasan-kawasan industri yang lain di Malaysia. Apa yang akan dilakukan di sini akan dilakukan di kawasan-kawasan perindustrian yang lain juga di Malaysia. Apa yang kita dapat adalah pelajaran yang kita dapat daripada isu ini adalah kita kena ada memperkukuhkan lagi SOP kita, memperkukuhkan lagi macam mana kita boleh monitor kualiti alam sekitar ini.
Yeo said this after tabling the full report of the Sungai Kim Kim pollution at the Datuk Jaafar Mohamad building in Iskandar Puteri, Johor. Meanwhile, Yeo added her ministry will set up a committee to assess the Pasir Gudang industrial zone and rivers which have been polluted in the area. In a related development, Yeo said stiffer punishment may be introduced as part of amendments to the Environmental Quality Act 1974 that is expected to be tabled in Parliament this year. She added that efforts have also been taken to strengthen the enforcement of the Department of Environment.
Tapi kita akan meningkatkan lagi hukuman untuk mereka yang mencemarkan alam sekitar. Tapi saya nak menegaskan di sini walaupun kita ada undang-undang, jika kita tidak memperkukuhkan jentera Jabatan Alam Sekeliling, Jabatan Alam Sekitar, ia tidak akan membawa apa maksudnya. So ini adalah inisiatif yang telah kita pun umumkan dan sedang buat dalam Mestek.
Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad says the government is working hard to help a Malaysian from being sent to the gallows for murder in Singapore. Now, the Singapore High Court sentenced Michael Garing, 30, who was part of a gang involved in a robbery in Kallang Road in May 2010, which led to the death of a 41-year-old construction worker, Shanmuganathan Diliture.
Kita sedang cuba menyelamatkan nyawa orang ini. Seperti mana kita tahu di Malaysia ini sekarang ini pemikiran rakyat ialah hukum gantung itu agak keterlaluan. Jadi kita harap negara lain juga bersikap demikian. Umpamanya Australia tak akan pulangkan pesalah yang lari ke Australia kerana di sini kononnya ada hukum gantung.
On 20th April 2015, Michael was sentenced to death for the murder of Shanmuganathan. He is scheduled to be sent to the gallows tomorrow. Police arrested 34 individuals after several images of female participants stripping to their undergarments during a supposedly motivational camp at a resort in Bukit Tinggi, Bentong, Pahang went viral on social media on Monday. The female participants were allegedly taking part in a game organized by a beauty spa from Johor Bahru at the playground within the resort's compound. Pahang Criminal Investigations Department Chief Dato' Othman Nanyang said police noticed that several images of the female participants had gone viral on Facebook and some of the individuals were semi-naked. He also urged participants who had attended the program and returned home to be present at the Bentong police station to assist investigations. Dato' Othman added the individuals arrested are being investigated under Section 294, subsection A of the Penal Code for indecent exposure, which can land them in jail for 3 months, a fine, or both upon conviction. Bukit Tinggi made headlines for the wrong reasons 2 years ago when police arrested 48 participants, including 39 men, for stripping naked and blatantly exposing themselves during a sports activity. It is learned that the semi-nude female participants were picked up at the same resort where police had detained the naked men on 22nd January 2017. Coming up, MCMC has no plans to temporarily close down Facebook. Stay with us. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad chaired the first meeting of the Economic Action Council, EAC, at the Perdana Putra building in Putrajaya yesterday. The EAC was announced by the Prime Minister's department to observe and make decisions regarding the economic, financial and the welfare matters of the Rakyat. The meeting also, among others, looked at measures to improve the living standards of the B40 group. The Economic Affairs Ministry, which acts as the secretariat to the EAC, said 3 papers were presented by representatives from the ministry as well as the Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry. Aside from the cost of living, the idea of social entrepreneurship as a platform to improve the livelihood of B40 households was also brought to the meeting's attention, as well as the implementation of decisions made by the National Action Council on cost of living. The Ministry of Entrepreneur Development has shortlisted 2 companies for the development of the 3rd National Car Project. Its Minister, Dato' Sri Ridzuan Mat Yusof, says Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad will announce the decision on the successful bidder latest by June.
There have been a lot of interest. We have shortlisted to hopefully we are still looking at East. We are in the final phase of our discussion. Tapi we are specifically looking at one. I do not want to speculate which car maker or which partner, but we are zooming to one now in the final phase of our negotiation.
Dato' Sri Ridzuan added that the 3rd National Car Project is aimed at developing entrepreneurs in the automotive and engineering industry. The minister said this after officiating the ministry's Entrepreneur Appreciation Event 2019 at the Federal Capital. The Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, MCMC, has no plans to close down Facebook temporarily following the Christchurch shooting. Its chairman, Al-Ishaq, says the Commission will, however, continue to monitor social websites in the country together with the authorities. Al-Ishaq said MCMC will not hesitate to take action in efforts to handle issues that would jeopardize public order, especially on matters related to race, religion and royal institution.
It's a serious matter. Kita hidup di dalam lingkungan undang-undang. We follow the law. There are provisions of the law that provides us, and it doesn't provide us to shut down this platform. Walau bagaimanapun, having said that, jika the current situation berleluasa, I think pihak berkuasa bersama dengan CID tidak akan, we wouldn't think twice to do whatever it takes in order to stop the current race, religion and royalty issues that's been spreading.
On another note, Al-Ishaq said they are neither keeping tabs nor shutting down war-based games as long as they adhere to the existing law. He said this to reporters during a media briefing in Cyberjaya. Italy police rescue 51 children as driver hijack and tortures school bus. Details right after this. A teenager who dreamed of playing in goal for Manchester United was among the latest victims of New Zealand's twin mosque massacre to be buried as funerals resumed on Thursday. Hundreds of mourners, including many school children, gathered for an emotional farewell to Syed Milne, a 14-year-old football-mad youngster who was among the 50 people who died in last Friday's rampage by a white supremacist. Syed's father, John Milne, said his son was gunned down while praying at Al-Noor, the first of the two mosques attacked last Friday, allegedly by an Australian extremist. Mourners arrived at the cemetery in long lines on a grey day. Schoolgirls struggled to keep scarves on their heads in the windy conditions. A mournful cry of Allahu Akbar over a loudspeaker signalled that the prayer had begun. Tariq Omar, a 24-year-old local who coached junior football teams, was also buried on Thursday. Local media reported that Omar was dropped off at the Al-Noor Mosque on the day of the killings by his mother, who survived the attack because she was trying to find a parking space when the gunman launched his assault. New Zealanders have been repulsed by the attack, coming out in large numbers to pray and mourn, especially in Christchurch, which remains festooned with flowers, cards and tributes. The women's rugby team get first sponsorship partner. The Malaysian Women's Rugby Sevens team finally got their first sponsorship partner. Hanan Medispa, an award-winning beauty centre which has 37 branches in Malaysia, will provide sponsorship that focuses on the players' welfare. Malaysian Rugby Union President Datuk Sharul Zaman Yahya, who received a mock cheque from Dr. Hanan Yusof, the founder of Hanan Medispa at Wisma OCM yesterday, said the sponsorship is a boost to National Sevens team, which won the Women's Asia Sevens Trophy in Brunei last October. Dr. Hanan said that they are happy to be associated with the Women's Sevens rugby team that has done well in tournaments, adding that they will do what they can to help the players to further boost their performance. He hoped to open few more branches in Malaysia and are also in the midst of providing jobs for women rugby players once they retire from the sport. The Women's Rugby Sevens team are ranked 8th in Asia and have been promoted to feature in the Asia Sevens series in South Korea, China and Sri Lanka in September. There are 14 players in the squad and they will feature in the Borneo Sevens in Sandakan this weekend. And that concludes this afternoon's edition of News on 2. In our top story, 46 new areas in Pasir Gudang identified as potential pollution sites, but no toxic fumes recorded so far. News on 2 will come on again at 7 p.m. today with more updates. Till then, I'm Mohana Priya. Thanks for watching.